Hello, market movers, members, and the general public. Just generally people that are here hanging out on our Market Movers YouTube channel on a Tuesday night. And welcome to our February live stream. Welcome to you, Teapot.
Hello, sir.
Yes, very exciting to have you with us this evening.
Yeah, it was a game time decision.
A game time decision for sure. So those of you who don't know, Teapot is moments away, perhaps. Moments away.
Hopefully more than a moment.
From child number 5.
Numero cinco.
Child number 5.
Full
moments
half.
away
Yep.
from child
Got
number
the
5.
starting lineup for a basketball team.
So he could get the phone call. He's got his phone right there next to him.
Here. Yeah.
The ringer is on in case his wife calls because he may have to rush out to the hospital. As it is.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
As it is, and then I'm going to have to carry the rest of the show myself. Yeah. As it is, another Sports Card Investor team member, the one who you normally see over there opening the packs, Mr. Nicholas Green. They had their baby tonight.
Yeah, literally tonight.
Literally tonight.
We just got the picture on Slack.
Moments. So he is not here.
Yep.
We could have 2 Sports Card Investor Market Movers team members potentially out if you get a call in the next 2 hours for baby time. We could have 2 babies born on the same day.
She's due Friday, so it's possible. It's a matter of time.
There's still time. Is there still time for her to have the baby before midnight so the baby can share the birthday with Nick's baby?
Theoretically, yes.
Okay.
My wife does have a history of fast labors.
All right.
That's why I'm saying don't say these things.
Okay. We'll move on from that conversation.
She will not forgive you if I'm not there for this baby's birth.
All right. Well, we will welcome Parker. Hello, Parker. How you doing over there, sir?
What's going on, guys?
Parker is our longtime sports card data expert here at Sports Card Investor, and he is filling in for Nick tonight at the breaking desk. What products do you have over there to rip for us tonight, Parker?
So we have the new Prism WWE. We got 23 Finest Basketball, so Wemby chases in that. And then 24 Bowman's Best U Football.
That's a good product.
And then some Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition Bundesliga.
That's fun. So all of those products that you just saw, we're going to be giving all those products away tonight to those of you who ask questions that we answer. Now question submission, we have cut it off. We got a lot of questions in before the show over the last couple of days, so we will be answering many of those during today's show. And if we answer your question, you're going to get a pack. If you did not get a chance to get a question in before the show, then please get it in next time, before the next show, because we cut that off right when the show starts. And then also, we're going to be giving packs away just randomly tonight to Market Movers members. So if you are a Market Movers member, we need you to enter the giveaway tonight because you've got to be live and present to win. So the way you enter tonight's giveaway is there is a link that is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat, and we will drop that in the YouTube chat again. That will take you to a special page on our Sports Card Investor website that's available just for Market Movers members. And on that page, you can enter tonight's giveaway. You can only enter once, but please enter tonight's giveaway. That will get you registered for when we do our first giveaway here in just a little while. If you are not a Market Movers member, Teapot, tell them what they should do.
You should go to marketmoversapp.com and use promo code LIVE. Get 2 weeks completely free. So you can sign up tonight, no risk, get into the drawings, try it out, try out that promo code, and then we'd be happy to get you into trivia, all kinds of good things. We're going to have a really good time.
There you go. And that promo code is on the bottom of the screen, promo code LIVE. All right, well, we got a fun show planned tonight. We are going to be taking audience questions. We're going to be playing some trivia at the end of the show. We're going to be looking at some cards in the aisles of Cards HQ. We're going to be talking about new sets that have recently released. We're going to be showing off some stuff in Market Movers. You want to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's jump in. Let's start with some audience questions. This first one tonight comes from JS. Is that JS Bella, I believe? In 2030, which TCG will be most popular? Disney, Lorcana, or Star Wars Unlimited? JS Bala, I should say. Okay, so he didn't put Pokemon as a choice.
Right.
Because I think people would default to Pokemon,
Sure.
even though I at one point said...
You put your stake in the ground.
I did. I said, but this is a good question. So if Pokemon's released from the list, and you've got Disney, Lorcana, or Star Wars Unlimited, you could also, you could add others to the list. You could put One Piece up there. That's another interesting one that's been very much up and coming the last couple of years. Teapot, I don't know. What do you think? 2030, Disney, Lorcana, or Star Wars Unlimited.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Charles was probably going to scold me, our producer here, right before this, because I was literally playing a Star Wars Unlimited game on this virtually right before we went live. I've gotten into Star Wars Unlimited. I think it's a lot of fun. I've never played a trading card game before, like really seriously at all. So that was the first one I kind of jumped in and learned. it's become very popular here. We are hosting a really big event at Cards HQ. In fact, the biggest prize pool that's ever been paid out for in the Star Wars Unlimited tournament anywhere at the end of March, last weekend of March. So that's going to be a lot of fun. There's a new set coming out, set 4 now in the product is coming out in March. And it's been popular. I think it's had healthy growth. I think it has been growing. The dynamics are about to change in the game. I'm far from a trading card game expert. What I do know is a lot of people really are enjoying playing the game. I've been opening boxes, building decks. It's very strategic. Lorcana, I think it still has a lot of popularity, but I don't know how many people are still actually playing the game. It seems like it was all the rage here in our office. A lot of people were playing it. People were playing it at lunch, and it just seemed like it was a little too much too soon, difficult to keep up with what they call the meta, the most important decks, kind of getting expensive, maybe people getting priced out. So from a momentum and inertia perspective right now, I feel like Star Wars Unlimited is still on the uptick and doing pretty well, whereas Lorcana seems to have cooled down a little bit, but that might just be my perception too. I mean, obviously Disney as an overall IP is very popular. So
yeah, and so and yeah, by the way, it is Disney or Lorcana. Not the question is Disney, Lorcana, but it's Disney Lorcana.
Disney Lorcana.
Or Star Wars Unlimited.
Yeah.
Charles, can you bring up my computer here? I'm just doing a little Google Trends research to look at the interest of the Disney Lorcana game versus Star Wars Unlimited, and as of the moment, Star Wars Unlimited is barely registering on the Google search index compared to Disney Lorcana in terms of being a search term. And then, of course, Disney Lorcana has been out for a little while longer, and it has more widespread Disney IP. Yeah. So I personally would say Lorcana, just because of the widespreadness of the intellectual property that's available for that game. Yeah. It's been fun to watch people play both in the shop.
I think Lorcana's been, Star Wars Unlimited has been like a game that people play. Mm-hmm. It's a game that people play. People are grading some of the cards. You can get the showcase cards. Set 4 is the first one where they're releasing these like carbonite packs. They're like specifically collector cards. Like that's what they're designed for. So it's almost like a subset of the 4th set release. So that'll be interesting to see what it does. But it's like people, if you were to like play a graded leader in a game, people are going to think you're like a pretentious jerk. Like that's kind of the vibe I get is like, don't do that. We're here to play the game, not like invest in the game. You know what I mean? Okay. So I think Lorcana has a little more investability, it seems like.
All right. Well, I'll give you a little preview tonight, Teapot. The audiences may not like this, but they should expect a Lorcana question tonight in trivia.
Gross.
I hope you're ready for a Lorcana question tonight.
Right.
You might be getting a few TCG questions tonight in trivia.
All right.
The TCG market is hot. We've got a lot of TCG users of Market Movers. A lot of people, by the way, people don't even realize, you may not realize that Market Movers tracks like 50,000 TCG cards, all the different Pokemon cards, plus Star Wars Unlimited and Lorcana and One Piece and so many others. It's all in Market Movers, part of your subscription. So throw in a couple of TCG questions tonight. Parker, let's rip a pack for Jay. What do you want to rip for Jay right here?
Well, you want to do 2 packs for the
How many of those Bowman Do You Best packs do we have?
We had 12.
Yeah, let's rip 2. We'll rip 2. They're good packs. They're good packs.
Alrighty. So you got Jaden Mayava, Tyler Van Dyke. Ooh, it's a cool looking insert.
Pretty cool card.
Oscar Delp.
Making the grade.
That's cool.
Tight end.
I like that card.
Georgia. Byram Brown and Rocket Sanders.
There you go.
Rocket.
Let's get Jay a second pack here tonight.
Alrighty. So we got Nick Singleton. We got a sparkle of Logan Diggs.
Lighting looks good on this house. There you
sweet.
go. Who we got?
We got the Boston College
Oh, yes.
quarterback.
Boston College had a nice season this year.
Thomas Castellanos.
Yes, they had a nice season.
Pink Lava, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Then Trey Moore and Chris Mitchell.
Look at that.
Chris
We're
Mitchell.
hitting an auto
Awesome.
right off the bat for our first
Bang.
question tonight. By the way, shout out in the chat. We got a lot of people. We got close to 300 people watching already, and we've got a Josh Giddey super collector in the chat. Not sure about that, but he is in the chat. He is in the chat.
Well, Giddy up to that.
We got Tony in the chat. We got BISCDWGN. We got Caleb. Oh, Caleb's in the chat. What's up, Caleb? What's up, Clarence? What's up, Lance, 7, Allen, and Ryan Bauer? Cards for all Texas. Josh Roseboom, Kevin Perry,
Josh
Recession Uncle. What's up, Smallzy. There you go. Luke Cards, Terry Alexander, Cooper 252, Cash the Man, and J Big Worm, Mark Spitz. You got good names tonight. High Prince, Nick Tide,
Mark
Shane
Spitz.
Stur, Ghost King, Turdferg. There you go. Some real winning names tonight in the YouTube chat. Teapot, some real winners. We love this. All right, let's go to the next question. Here we go. I own a Ryan Kuzman rookie dual autograph, PSA authentic blue flip. Is it worth regrading and getting the card graded as well? It looks better than a 4, but probably not better than a 5. All right, well, that's so not a super high grade. I personally don't love the blue flips. What I would do is I would have it graded, but I would get a card grade of an authentic. And then if the autos look really clean, I would get an auto grade. So I would do like card grade authentic, auto grade, hopefully 10. That's how I would approach it. How would you approach it, Teapot?
That sounds good to me. You're the vintage auto expert on this stuff. It's not exactly my wheelhouse, but sounds right.
Yeah, that's probably how I would approach it. It adds a little bit of value. It tends to add a little bit of a value when you go from the blue flip to the red flip. It particularly adds value if you actually have it numerically graded. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I take that back. I think I was dismissive of a 4 or a 5 not being. I think I would actually number grade it. I take that back. I'm thinking more about the Ryan rookies and the autographs. I'd be curious to see the pop count, but you know what? I've kind of switched my mentality on that a little bit. I used to, if the card was below a certain grade, I used to go authentic with the card grade and then get the auto grade. But recently, I have been more open to doing the card grade as a numerical grade on a vintage card, really no matter what the card grade is. I've been more open to doing that. Are you looking up the pop report?
Yeah, there is about a $500 difference between the 4 and 5 without the auto.
Right.
So, I mean, there is a distinction there. It's just a question of, whether or not you're gonna get the bump. But
yeah,
I could go either way on that.
Yeah, I changed my mind on that. I would get it dual graded. I do think I would get it dual graded. Even if it's going to be a 4 or 5, I personally think I would get it dual graded and go ahead and get the card grade on it. If it was like a 1 or a 2 on that card, then I would probably just go authentic, maybe. Yeah. But a 4 or 5, I think that's good enough on that card where I would go ahead and get the dual grade. That's my opinion. Turd Ferg in the chat has a very astute comment. Vintage collectors care less about grades. Anything 4 and up is fine. I generally think that that's true. If the card looks nice, if it's going to be 4+ with an auto, people are kind of forgiving of the grade. So I think that's probably a good way to go. All right, let's open up a pack that was Dr. Hook 23.
Yeah, so we got a couple packs of Bowman's Best U for you, Dr. Hook. Alrighty, so we got Mikey Keene, Donovan Edwards. That guy really fell off. He was literally on the cover of NCAA football, the video game, and now he's like, I don't know, the 10th best running back. Oh, we got a field day of CJ Baxter.
I haven't actually seen that one before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That might be a little more of a short print. I'm sure Teapot will search the pack odds. The field day from Bowman's Best U.
Garrett Green and Jalen Daniels.
I think that's a more rare card.
Looks like it's a dollar card.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you
That's what
go.
a lot of these are, but Riley Leonard,
There you go.
There you go.
Amarion Hampton. Oh, yeah. Iowa State in the building. Let's go,
Refractor,
baby.
too.
Refractor. Shout out Rocco Becht. James Pierce Jr. and Restrepo.
He was good for Miami this year.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Hook. Let's grab another question here. What rookie players and what product are you buying in 2024-25 NBA? Teapot, I'll be honest with you. I haven't really done much with this year's rookie class. We do have our boy Zachary here from Atlanta, who's actually going to be in the shop on Saturday. It's official, 5 p.m. Saturday. Do you know John Smoltz is coming as well?
Jeff, are you messing with
We're
me
going
right
to
now?
have John Smoltz
Jeff,
here at 1:30
Are you
p.m.
messing with me right now?
You tell your wife to just kick
Nah.
the baby back
Okay,
a few
listen,
more
she
days.
just texted me and said, is Jeff trying to make me have a baby tonight? Go ahead, babe. Get it started. Let's go. I got to be here
If she
Saturday.
has the baby tonight, you can be here Saturday
listen,
for Top Strip Night.
First of all, I collect John Smoltz.
Yeah.
I have a John Smoltz
You'll be here
collection,
at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday here at Cards HQ.
Si je peux parler en français avec Zachary Rezaché, ça va? Okay?
Yeah. He'll be here at 5 p.m. on Saturday.
Man, he is the guy I would say. I actually believe in him more than any others right now.
There you go.
I've seen enough from him. Talent. With this class, I'm looking upside. None of them are like blowing me away at this point. But with this class, I'm looking upside. I think the Hawks, the future of whatever they're doing is a little up in the air. They gave away DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs in a weird trade, that, in my opinion. And Dyson Daniels, okay. Trae Young, where is he going to land long term? They're kind of up in the air. And they took that guy, with their number 1 pick. So I think he's got a lot of potential.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask
That'd
him.
be cool.
I'll ask him on Saturday.
I'd like
about
to
his
get a
potential.
picture. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
In terms of product, obviously Prism's kind of the big product for the NBA every year. By the way, Prism comes out tomorrow, I believe. Prism basketball comes out tomorrow. So be on the lookout, but also you would be smart to wait 30, 60 days after release, as the data will tell you from previous years of Prism, before you start buying singles. So wait a couple months and then start scooping the singles of the rookies.
It's going to be really interesting to see because Prism's the set, right? If you're looking at like rookie card prices, that's the set. I'm actually going to be really curious with sort of the lack of hype around this class, but a really good design on the product this year to see where they come out. They're going to be higher than they should be. Wait a few months. But it's a different dynamic than in years past with a Wemby, with a Zion, with these others who had just these crazy inflated prices for a while. Will anybody have crazy inflated prices from this class? You got to think somebody's going to do some kind of breakout. Maybe they're not going to be a superstar, but maybe some all-star performance in the next 2 years. Those are the ones that typically like pay off the most, not the highest performing ones, the ones that fly under the radar and then pop off over time, the Jalen Brunsons and those types of the world. So I don't know, maybe there's some opportunity. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. All right, let's get Grand Payson cards, a couple of packs here.
Alrighty. You know what really would have helped this year's basketball is if the first year Luka Lakers card was in it.
Oh, if it was in it.
That
I
is
bet
true.
next
Try to
year
force
that'll
it in.
be.
Maybe he will be an optic.
Ryan Williams,
Probably will
great
be.
player there.
That'll
Great
probably
player
be,
for
yeah.
Alabama. Oh, look at that.
Williams.
Trey Wilson. Trey Eugene Wilson III, Teapot. Let's go Gators.
And that's funny.
Yep.
Shout out Doug. And then we
Back
got a
to back.
Kentucky guy after that.
No one cares about
Dane
that guy.
Key,
But they care about Trey Wilson.
Nate Johnson, and then another Dane Key. Alrighty, one more pack for you. Ty Thompson.
Oh, look at that.
That
Montrell
guy.
Johnson Jr.
Oh.
Let's go Gators.
That's pretty sweet. You got one of the top edge rushers.
That's
Nick
good.
Scorton.
beautiful.
That's nice.
That's actually really good.
Not as good as the Gator card, but it is beautiful.
That's a little bit better. Should be a first rounder. Carson Beck, the
He's still hanging around.
Hurricane, and then Nick Scorton.
There you go.
So
awesome.
congrats.
Congratulations. Let's do one more quick question, Teapot, and then I'm going to send you out into the aisles with a little bit of a challenge.
wild.
One more question. We're going to do this one quickly. This one's from Benny the Jet. Now that we're well into the NBA season, which young players outside of the obvious stars like Wembanyama are showing the strongest market trends for long-term value? Also, with March Madness approaching, are there any college players whose card values could see a major spike leading up to the NBA draft? I will give you one name to each, very quick. My name is going to kill you, Teapot. It's going to kill you because I took him in our little competition challenge. But how about Cade Cunningham with his breakout season? The Pistons doing very, very well this season.
They're 500.
Cade, hey, you know what? That's about 500 more than they were the last few
That's
seasons.
where we spent all the
That's-
2010s, Jeff, and it got
that's-
us nowhere. I collected Andre Drummond because he was the best player of a 500 team for 10 years. It doesn't excite me.
Cade Cunningham. There you go. Young player who's broken out this year,
Okay.
who's exciting to collect. Cooper Flagg is going to be all the talk of March Madness for sure. The Duke star. Of course, he barely has any cards out yet, but I assume he's going to be in the new Bowman U basketball that's coming out, I think, in the next few weeks. So he'll be in there, and I'm sure that'll be the big chase card.
Yeah. In NBA, I would go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
He's a guy.
Does he still count as a young player?
Well,
at this
I
point?
was looking at like
He's in
long
his,
term,
6th year?
long-term value.
Yeah.
That's what the question is,
Okay.
right? Showing strongest market trends for long-term value.
Fair enough.
I think Shea is on the up, while Luka, though going to the Lakers, we'll see. It's always been this conversation, and I had this debate with a lot of people over the last few years, like, who would you draft first? And people thought I was crazy when I said a case could be made for Shea. I didn't say I would. I just said a case could be made. Shea's fantastic. He's really good two-way player. So he's the guy I believe in. College basketball-wise, I have not watched a lot of college basketball this year. I wish I could have, but like you said, I'm crazy and have almost 5 kids, and I watch all the professional sports. And so I wait until March Madness. I'll get excited about some people. You know, Jason Richardson's son on Michigan State's team. So let's go.
Alex Condon from Florida, who unfortunately messed up his ankle the other day, is out with an injury for the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. But he has been having such a good season that before the season started, he was not on anybody's NBA draft board at all. Everyone just assumed he'd come back to school next year. Now he's worked his way all the way up into a mid to late first round projection. If he has a good March Madness, this guy could become a lottery pick by the end of the season. He's the best player on our team, Alex Condon, of the second-ranked, by the way, second-ranked Florida Gators. We got 1 first-place vote, too. One writer out there thinks we're the number 1 team in America. One writer and me. Those 2 people. It's fantastic.
Is this your sister or something?
It might be, actually. Let's open up a couple packs for Benny the Jet. Then Teapot's going to go get situated out in the aisle.
Alrighty.
In fact, you can go ahead and head on out there, Teapot, if you want.
Good deal. Let's roll.
Alrighty. Ethan Burke, Garrett Nussmeier. Jeez, what is this? The 3rd auto?
A 3rd auto?
Oscar
I
Dell.
want to see what's going on in there.
Nice. Georgia Bulldog tight end. DJU and Jamal Haynes. And then we got one more for you. Cam Ward. Benjamin Morrison. Jeez, Jeff.
Oh, what is that? No way! What just happened? What? You got a Lagway auto to 75? Dude, that is, look at that. You got a Lagway auto to 75. That's amazing.
Wow.
There we go, right there, baby. Jeez.
Jeff might buy
That's
that off you right
awesome.
now.
Somebody give that man a raise, Parker, for pulling that.
You're very welcome.
Wow.
Stay at home with
Will
his baby.
Rogers and Tory
Wow,
Burton.
that's a huge card.
That is big.
Goodness gracious, I love that card. So what was bring up the name of the person who hit that again?
That is Benny the Jet.
Benny the Jet, congratulations to you. Wow. Benny the Jets, man, that's
Benny the
awesome.
Jets, okay.
DJ Lagway, let's go.
What's my challenge?
All right, Teapot, here's what I want you to do, right? We got baseball seasons right around the corner. We got pitchers and catchers reporting, and everybody's reporting. Juan Soto has just made his way to spring training. Go down the baseball aisle. We're a little more flush on the raw cards. We got a lot of raw baseball cards in that aisle. Find me a couple of baseball cards that you might think about scooping up right now before the season starts.
Okay, all right, good questions here. Yeah, good
And
questions.
I got market movers up over here, so if you
right.
need me to look up any pricing or anything for you, you just let me know.
Okay, let's see here. Got a lot. We got so many good cards.
Yeah.
There's some stuff on the other side too, on the other side of this aisle. Oh, let's go on this side. I want to find some good value. Okay, Ohtani, Caleb Duran. Oh, here's an interesting one. This has got to be an image variation. Jackson Merrill, that $80 Jackson Merrill image variation.
What is that, from Topps? Or?
Topps Chrome, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it there.
He
I see
had
it
a
on the screen.
fantastic rookie year, obviously. Basically just missed out. He was one Paul Skeens away from winning Rookie of the Year in the NL. So he's obviously really talented. You got both he and Jackson Churio, maybe much to the surprise of the prospect experts, significantly outperformed Jackson Holiday in their rookie debut seasons. So he's one that a lot of people are obviously really excited about. I would look for a Churio in here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any Jackson Churios. I see a Machado, an O'Neal Cruz. Let's see.
By the way, I got that up here on Market Movers. Found that card right there. We had it at $80.
Yep.
Yeah, that's around market. A couple sold for 75. This one sold for 80.
Okay. I mean, I think that feels like right in the. Okay, here's another one that's interesting. Heston Kjerstad. This is I believe that's like a blue Ray Wave auto. We have it at 50. And Kjerstad this is a guy who took the lid off the ball in the minor leagues and actually came up, I believe he was hot to start, if I'm remembering correct, when he came up into the majors, but he definitely cooled off. The Orioles had kind of a dilemma in the outfield last year with Santander breaking out. And so they have all this depth trying to figure out what do they do with all these young guys. They want to get them up, get them minutes. but he's a guy that I think still has a lot of potential, high draft pedigree, seems really, really talented, so could be a good option. And then there was one more that I just saw here. Where was it? Oh, I got to go with my guy here, okay. Riley Green. This is his rookie debut, orange, Topps Chrome orange refractor, and that's numbered to 25. Man, that's like obviously a kind of a team color match too with the Tigers. He had a really good season last year. He was an all-star, definitely showed a lot of improvement. I want to see more from him this year. I'd love to see him take another leap, but even if he just sort of hovers where he was last year, I believe he had around a 5.5 WAR last season. It was a good year for Riley Green. Really, really talented outfielder, a lot of range, a lot of diving catches, and he was part of that Cinderella run that the Tigers had last season, so he's a guy that was really exciting too.
All right, I knew you would sneak a Detroit Tiger into there.
I had to do it.
All right, well, Teapot comes back up. Charles, if you want to go to my
All right.
screen, I found that cursed ad. What did we have that cursed ad at, Teapot? You said we had that at $40?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yep.
I don't know, I might have to scoop that one up there. I'm not going to tell you what that recently sold for, Teapot.
Maybe people
Well,
are
just
also high
scoot
on
out
him.
there in the aisle, so we'll see.
All right.
All right, well, there you go. We'll get Teapot back into the studio. So here's what we're going to do next, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do our first giveaway of the evening. This giveaway is just for Market Movers members. And if you haven't registered for the giveaway yet, go do it right this second, because we're about to go ahead and pull the first giveaway. The way you register for the giveaway, if you are a Market Movers member, is you click the link that is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat, and then right on that page there's a form where you put in your Market Movers name and enter the giveaway.
Yeah.
Teapot is going to pull the giveaway winners
And
list
please
here.
only enter once.
Please only enter once.
That you just need to do it once and you're in. So
Because otherwise, Teapot's got to delete your duplicate entry out,
That's right.
which he's going through right now and deleting
Yep.
some of your duplicate entries out. So please just enter one time. You're registered for the entire show if you register one time on that form. If you are not a Market Movers member yet, go get Market Movers right now. You can try it for free for 14 days. You go to marketmoversapp.com and use promo code LIVE. We put it just down there in the corner of the screen for you right there. You can try it for free for 14 days. And once you get signed up for Market Movers, you can then go back to that form that is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat, and you can register for tonight's giveaway. You won't get into this one, but we got 2 more forthcoming as we go on through the show tonight. Plus, we have trivia. Trivia is a lot of fun. Sports card trivia is coming up a little bit later in tonight's show. And I will warn everybody, with sports card trivia tonight, we do have a couple of TCG questions. We do have a few. So they are I'm just putting it out there. I don't want anyone to, go crazy and get all mad at me. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you advance notice right now. All of tonight's questions in trivia have a very specific theme. And the theme is related to our friend here, Teapot. It is a Teapot themed trivia tonight. You better do well, because the whole entire trivia is themed around you, Teapot, tonight. It is a Teapot themed trivia.
I'm wondering if you've got a Pokemon card that you're going to pull out of the hat. I've got something in mind. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see what happens
Okay.
tonight. We'll
All
see what
right.
happens tonight. It is a Teapot themed trivia.
Okay.
So anyway, all right, Teapot, how are we doing on getting the giveaway winners
We're
list?
great.
You
I
still
got
working
it
on
up here. Nope, I've got it pasted, and we're good to go.
So for this first giveaway tonight, we're gonna work up a little bit. Let's take 6 winners.
Okay.
6 winners
All right.
tonight. So you want to randomize it 3 times, and then we'll do the first 6.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna do random,
Again, and one more
and
time.
random.
And bang.
All right,
All
so
right,
there
we got
you go.
Recession Uncle in the one spot. Grandpa's son cards. We got Corey McLaughlin, Dr. Hook,
He asked
Timothy
a
Meyer,
question, yeah.
and Chuck Faust.
There you go.
Okay.
There's 6 tonight. So, Parker, what do we want to give? Do we want to do some WWF or WWE Prism, or what are you thinking we're going to get into next here?
Well, first
Topps
off,
Finest Basketball?
are we going to be able to do duplicates? Because Grandpa's
Yes.
sons.
We do
We
duplicates.
can do duplicates, yeah.
Well, so the
You want to
Topps
give them each a
Finest-
pack of Finest?
Yeah,
Let's
because
do it.
There's 6. So.
Yeah, let's rip it. Let's
right.
rip it. Let's
This is
rip
a-
Finest,
this is a
and
good
let's
giveaway.
give each of them a fact. This is a nice giveaway. These
Alrighty.
6. Thank you for being here early tonight, everybody, and being part of the show.
Yep.
This is a good giveaway. This is a 6-pack box of Finest, 2 autographs. So 2 of you are going to get an autograph.
Alrighty.
Now, Parker, were there 4 autographs in that Bowman's Best box?
I think
There
so.
were 4.
There were at
Three
least
or four.
Because there
at
were
least
4.
three.
Because that DJ Lagway was the 4th autograph.
cow.
That kind of came out of nowhere.
That was a hot box.
Yeah.
That was a hot box.
You got an extra autograph.
Yep. I got the names.
Okay.
Recession,
All right, can you
Recession Uncle.
Recession Uncle. All right.
Yep. Then you can do. It's on the screen now for you. Yep.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm not as coordinated as Nick with this stuff. Alrighty, so we'll get
You're pulling heat, Parker.
Recession
You don't need
Uncle.
to apologize.
nice and slow for you. I love the name. I mean, I don't love recessions, but it's a creative name.
Hey.
Zach LaVine, Jalen Brown, Larry Bird, Trace Jackson Davis rookie, Bryce Sensabaugh rookie, Jet Howard arrivals.
we got an auto.
Oh, we
That's
got
an auto.
Ooh,
That's an auto. That's an orange auto.
Teapot's gonna like this.
That's an orange
one.
auto. That's an orange auto.
Boom.
Oh, sick!
I know,
Oh,
dude.
nice.
Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton.
Masters.
That's so funny. They call him Rip Hamilton.
Because he just missed the original design back in the 90s. He was a rookie in 99.
That's
so
pretty sweet.
that's
It's awesome.
Yeah, out of 50. Look at that. Rip Hamilton.
With
Nice.
the mask too.
There you
Love
go.
it. Love it.
Very
and
cool.
Magic Johnson.
Magic.
On
Congratulations.
The X-Fractor.
That's Recession Uncle, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's
and
awesome.
then CP3 cheating in the All-Star game, and Markel Fultz.
Yeah.
What did you think about the disqualification of CP3 and Wemby?
Yeah. I don't know. We
Were
had
they
drama.
cheating?
We
Were
had
they
drama
cheating?
here at the virtual. It's just the same as the drama at the virtual. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
They were kind of
You-
going against the spirit of the
you
rules.
knew when Wemby started doing that, that was CP3.
Yeah.
This is the guy who memorizes all the rules. He should be a lawyer or something. He's very legalistic about things,
Yeah.
drawing fouls, and I don't know.
Yeah.
He's going to be a coach someday in the NBA, and people are just going to hate him. But he's going to know all the loopholes and all. He's going to be a good coach. I think he will be.
That's who you want.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So next up we have, who is it?
Grandpa's son cards, Neil
Grandpa's
R.
son. Alrighty.
Yeah.
We'll get a pack for them. See if we can pull some more fire. Lenny Wilkins, Rodman, Tim Hardaway Jr., Leonard Miller, Amari Bailey, and Grady Dick. on the
Showstoppers.
Showstoppers.
Got another
And
showstopper.
Trey Young.
There you go.
X-Fractor Showstoppers. And then Evan Mobley, X-Fractor, Embiid, X-Fractor, and Quentin Grimes.
All right. That pack wasn't quite as exciting, but
I mean,
Quite.
they're not all
they
winners.
can't all
Sorry,
be. They
Grandpa's
can't
son.
all be quite as exciting.
Sorry, the recession uncle beat Grandpa.
Right. That's what happened. Recession takes everybody down.
Yep.
It's-
Claim some.
just takes everyone down.
Who's next?
Next up is going to be, my computer froze, Corey McLaughlin, Corey M.
Alrighty, Corey.
Yep. And make sure to fill out the giveaway form that is on that same link. You'll fill out the form just to let us know your information for shipping.
Kevin Herter, Christian Brown, Josh Hart, Gigi, Fred Van Vliet, Jordan Walsh debut, Jordan Hawkins arrivals X-Fractor, Corey Kispert X-Fractor, DiVincenzo X-Fractor.
You missed that guy
Yeah,
Not-
dude.
in Milwaukee?
You know what though? He's had a down year.
Yeah.
I really thought he would actually gel with Minnesota, just being a defensive-minded team, and he's struggled this year. I don't know what the deal is. He had a very good year last year with the Knicks.
He did,
All
he
right,
really
next
did.
up is Dr. Hook 23.
Didn't this guy already get one too?
Maybe.
He did.
Back
We
to
asked him to
back.
answer one of his questions.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Lucky guy tonight.
Doubling up.
Raiders 075. There will be another Culture Collision show this year in Atlanta. Maybe two. Maybe two. I can't remember the date of the next one, but there is one coming.
Okay.
Peja,
Shaq.
Shaq, Shaden
Miami Heat
Sharp,
Shack there.
Finishers,
Finishers.
Jason Tatum. You got a blue out of 150, Jordan Walsh.
in the mix.
Ryan Rupert, X-Fractor, Van Vliet, Refractor, and the new Spur, De'Aaron Fox.
All right, Timothy Meyer, longtime participant in our live streams.
Yeah. Welcome back, Timothy.
All right. Timothy
Meyer.
Meyer. Okay. Let's get you a pack, Timothy. Zach Collins, Elvin Hayes, bam,
Bam.
bam. Jarris, Jalen Brown, Kobe Boofkin, Jason Tatum, Showstoppers, Christian Leitner, X-Factor.
Wow.
Cooper Flag before Cooper Flag.
Fournier, and Dan Issel.
Okay. And the last one was Chuck Faust.
Chuck Faust. Alrighty there, Chuck. Well, you should get something. Let's hope for a Wemby, Chuck. Last pack mojo for you. Oubre, Lonnie Walker, Joker, Miles Turner, Quickly, Showstopper Sean Kemp. Ooh, we got an auto.
There should be, yeah.
And Vucevic.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Vooch.
The Vuce.
Vucevic auto, very nice.
I know there were like rumors swirling about him getting traded to the Lakers, but Chet,
For
Rip.
for a
Great.
future conditional second-round draft pick, probably. No conspiracies to be had with the Lakers, I'm sure.
Not at all.
All right, well, congratulations to all of our giveaway winners. We have 2 more giveaways coming up tonight. The next one will be in about 20 minutes.
All right.
Not even, 15 minutes or so. But first, I think, Teapot, we should talk a little bit about what has been going on with market movers. I know one of the things that has been happening is you and Parker over there on the desk have been very busy, and Parker's team. You guys have been adding new sets into market movers. We just had Top Series 1 2025 baseball come out the other day, and I know we got most of that in market movers at this point, and we've got a lot of other sets. So what's been going on with the products?
Well, Parker is the guy to thank when it comes to our data. Every time new sets get added, and especially, it's not like these sets just sort of like trickle out bit by bit. You have these big barrages of important stuff that comes out, new sets, all happening at once. Topps releases, Panini's got something coming out. So he's been, I think, grinding a little bit to get caught, stay on top of the new like hot stuff that's been coming out. But yeah, we've got Topps in here. I've got the market movers pulled up right now. You can see we've got Dylan Cruz, we've got James Wood. So those are obviously like the 2 big guys, that people are tracking or chasing in here. Kobe Mayo's another guy that people are a little bit hot after. So he's adding these cards. Now, obviously, I show this off every month, I think, but we can pop this open. I think our Wi-Fi in the office in the studio is always a little sketch here, but there we go, photo loaded. But you can always pop this open too, and then scroll down here and just see. This was a lot of parallels. This was a lot of parallels, and obviously not a lot of pricing for a lot of these haven't even sold yet necessarily with the product having just released. But Parker and I were lamenting something that I think we talked about on Cards on the Table. I talked about it on Spitballing Cards. I've talked about it with other people. When I saw the product checklist release, I messaged Parker a couple days ago, and I was like, we're going to have to put some real thought into how we make sure we're matching the data properly when you have a gold hollow foil and a gold rainbow foil board and a gold diamante and a gold spring training and speckles and all these things. And like the problem is when people pull them, nobody knows.
Yeah.
So I know Parker speak a little bit to this and like what it's like trying to piece together, because it's not just this checklist either. Like if this were easy, everybody would be doing what we're doing. This is not easy. There is as much an art and a science to this, and getting the data to match properly always. Like what's your process? How do you go through this and make sure we match this data?
Yeah, so today I had to spend about an hour like cross-referencing like the checklist that Topps put out, and then comparing it to like YouTube videos of people opening up, like, okay, watching hobby boxes be opened, and then the mega boxes be opened. Because people were just titling like these, because now they've basically, for all of the color stuff, so like the purple out of 250, blue out of 150, they have the blue rainbow, for example, out of 150, and they also have the blue hollow foil, 2 words, I guess now, for some reason.
Yep.
And so, the average person on eBay, they're opening a box and they get, one of the blue rainbow foils, but it just looks like a normal foil, if you will.
Yeah.
And so they're just putting on eBay, blue foil out of 150.
Yeah. Blue refractor, blue whatever. They
Yes.
just put whatever they think it is.
So yeah, Topps hasn't really done people many favors in terms of being able to properly say, it's not like a regular refractor and then like an X fractor where it's super clear. Like, okay, the checkerboard pattern is the X fractor.
Yeah.
They've kind of jumbled all these terms up: foil board, hollow foil,
Yep.
rainbow. So kind of trying to decipher and like, because people are just mistitling them. I mean, it's no fault of them, but
Yep.
yeah. So we're trying to get the precise data in, but it's it's like, what is it? That camel in the eye of a needle, or whatever that analogy is.
I asked, Topps some time ago why they just don't print what the variation is on the back of the card.
Thank you.
We've always wanted this to happen, and this would solve so many problems and answer so many people's questions and make it easier for us to put data, for people to identify cards properly, so then that data can flow into market movers properly. And what Topps said is that the finish layer, the parallel color, is oftentimes applied later in the production process. So the fronts and the backs of the cards are all printed. So they're already done. The back of the card is already printed.
Stamp
and
it
they're
when you stamp
all
the serial
printed
number.
generically. They're all printed generically. And then it goes through a separate process to apply the parallel finishing to the card. So because of that, they've already printed the back of the card before that parallel finishing is ever applied. And they don't necessarily know which card is going to go to what parallel finishing, because they'll print, a million backs of cards, and then they'll take a stack of 150 and put them in, and then they're all blue finished. And then they'll look at them and make sure they're all okay. And if 20 of them are messed up, they'll throw them away and take another 20 and put them in to have them blue finish. And now they get all their blues. And then they do the same for the next one and the next one and the next one. And some of them are then some of them are serial numbered at the end, and some of them are not serial numbered. But that was what they told me.
Is that part of the reason why they're stamping the serial number on the front of the cards now? Because they used to put it on the back. Maybe that was like an efficiencies thing.
Maybe.
When they print that layer. But because my thought to that is, well, you're already stamping the serial number.
Yeah. Stamp the name of the
thing on there too in foil on the back or something. They put SSP on the back of the golden mirrors.
Yeah.
So there's a way for them to do this.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
I
hear you. I would like it done. I would like it done as much as you would.
Either that, or don't have 4 parallels at every level of 199, 150, 99, 50, 25, 10. Like, don't do that, because people don't know. Mm-hmm. And then our data app isn't able to always reliably match the foil board speckle blah 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 to the right card when eBay doesn't have that in checklist in their database either. Mm-hmm. But
can't imagine how hard it is at times for the grading company, for PSA.
Sometimes
I oftentimes, like, I just did a big PSA submission like 2 weeks ago, and there were a lot of newer cards in my submission. Some of that Bowman's Best U football. I had a bunch of those cards in the submission because those were Reese had just opened up several boxes. That's a new product. And so I'm entering the cards in a PSA's search, and a lot of the cards aren't coming up. They're not in PSA system. Yeah. The variation, not there. Yeah. So I don't even have like the right card to kind of put in, and I just send them all off to PSA. Now PSA's got to figure out, the first time they get all these cards from Series 1, they got to figure out what's this or that. There's no photos available for them to reference.
I've sent things to ComC before, and you just put it all in a box in penny sleeves basically and ship it off, and then they have a process to go through them. And I mean, I've had cards show up like immediately, and others take much longer. I had a PSA order that took a long time for some random obscure card that they had never graded before. It was like some soccer card, and it took them like an extra month to get it back to me. So
it's tough. Yeah. It's tough. Would help with the manufacturers, would help with that. All right, Teapot, I got a giant wheel behind me. I'm going to give this a spin. Now, a few of the players on this wheel we talked about last time, so I might skip by a couple of them if those come up. But there's some new ones on here we didn't get to talk about last time. Where's the wheel going to go, Teapot? What's it going to land on?
Okay.
All right, this is a good one. It's going to land on Mr. Jalen Hurts, Teapot. Jalen Hurts. So, big-time Super Bowl winner. Prices are up. He was number 1 on the top 5 this past week. Are you a buy, sell, or hold right now with Jalen Hurts?
Right now on Hurts, I would, and I want to give some qualifiers. Right now, I would be a sell on Hurts. I would have been a sell a week ago on Hurts with him rising. And frankly, in my opinion, finally getting the credit that he's due.
Yeah.
He's a very good quarterback. I don't understand why people don't respect Jalen Hurts. A few years ago when they made it against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, he was one fumble away, with Nick Bolton, by the way, returning it for a touchdown, away from winning a Super Bowl. He was borderline perfect in that Super Bowl against the Chiefs 2 years ago. So if you were to stack up his stats in the 2 Super Bowls he's played in against Patrick Mahomes, most people's second best quarterback of all time at this point, Hurts is his stats are way better than Mahomes in those 2 games combined because of how much Mahomes struggled in this last Super Bowl. He's very good. I do wish they would ban the tush push. I'm going to save that for another rant some other time. But the thing is, I don't hear enough other people talking about how good Jalen Hurts is. I never hear him mentioned in the conversation. Last year, Jordan Love played 4 games, and everybody's had him ranked at the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL.
Correct.
And Jalen Hurts wasn't even cracking people's top 10s. I'd see these viral Instagram or social, YouTube reels of people going rank these 5 quarterbacks or kick one of these quarterbacks out of this tier. And anytime Hurts was in the mix with the likes of Burrow and even others, Jordan Love, they'd be like, oh, Hurts isn't very good. Well, he's got a Super Bowl now, and he's been to 2 of them, which is more than these other guys can say. So I saw somebody in there earlier in the comments say, am I finally willing to give him credit? I released a video. We record the videos in the middle of the week for Market Movers, and they go out the next Monday. So sometimes the timing of that is a little bit tricky with NFL games being played on Sundays. And I released a video kind of predicting what was going to happen with different players. And Hurts hadn't gone up in the last year. It was literally right before his cards started to go up. And so now there's people still watching back that video saying, how are you going to do this whole NFL video without talking about Hurts? And I'm like, his prices were flat. He just didn't make the cut. But I do think he's a talented quarterback. I don't know how many people are going to care. They have a very talented team. They're going to be good again next year, I think. So I don't know. If he runs it back and starts out hot next year, maybe I'd be eating my words. But I think right now, with the way his prices went up, I would be a sell.
Yeah, I think it's always smart to sell the players who win the Super Bowl right after they win the Super Bowl, because even a great player like Mahomes, in after his first Super Bowl, he saw his cards dip quite a bit. In the weeks after that, right? So it's just part of going into the offseason. So this very second sell. My issue with Hurts, I think you made a great point. I think what you were saying was the sports card hobby is largely built on hype. And it's not always built on stats, and it's not always built on rings, even though that does make a difference. Yeah. But the sports card hobby, a lot of it is built on hype. And for whatever reason, Jalen Hurts has definitely not gotten the degree of hype that even his contemporaries in his draft class, you mentioned Jordan Love, Justin Herbert for sure, more hype than Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow for sure, more hype than Jalen Hurts, right? And I'd still say going into next season, Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow are going to be more hype than Jalen Hurts.
Jordan Love might still be.
It's possible Jordan Love will be as well.
Yeah.
But I think Burrow and Herbert will definitely be more hyped. Whether that's fair or not, whether that's deserved or not, I think that's a very fair question, but I think that's just the way it's going to be. And a lot of times hype drives card prices.
I might have a little bias too, just by the way, because after that Super Bowl game in 2022, or 23 really the game was, but anyway, they lost that game, and I thought, man, he played so well, he impressed me. I thought the Eagles that whole season were a mirage, and I did not expect them to make the Super Bowl, and they did, and they almost won.
Yeah.
And so going into the National, before the National, I loaded up on 5 different Jalen Hurts cards, Prism Silvers, Optic Hollows, and I was like, this guy's going to be great. His cards didn't do jack diddly going to the National. There was no hype behind him whatsoever. I just kept hearing people say he's not that good, which was strange to me. And then the Eagles fell apart in that following season where they just choked it away. And his cards got chopped in half. Yeah. So I got burned on his stuff, and so now I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah. And I don't like that they beat the Chiefs, so I'm not going to buy his cards.
All right, that's fair. Let's do one more. Here we go. Give it a hard spin this time. It's like the showcase and Price is Right.
It's a nice sound. It's Parker's favorite sound. Oh, we talked about him.
We talked about Herbert last time, so I'm just going to go one over here. I'm going to cheat and go to Cade Cunningham, who I mentioned earlier. Teapot, are you a buy, sell, or hold on Cade Cunningham?
What I love about Cade is that he's got some playmaking going. What is he, second or third in the NBA right now in assists? His scoring efficiency has improved. His turnovers are down a little bit from where they were. I mean, he was second in the NBA in turnovers the last 2 years. He's, knock on wood, been mostly healthy. It has been by all accounts a breakout season, and in some ways, a breakout like within the time span that you would expect. You and I talked about this like 2 years ago, that typically it takes NBA players into their 4th, 5th, and 6th season to really arrive.
Yeah, it's easy to sell too quickly.
Yeah,
I sold Shai Gilgeous-Alexander too quickly.
And so he's
I
another
sold
good
his
example,
stuff back
right?
in like 2022. Way too early.
Yeah, 3 years before
Yeah.
before Cade. So he's another really good example. And so it makes sense. And I expect it to continue to improve. You know, for his card market, I don't know how much being in Detroit's helping his cause. Like for his card market, it's just not. One of the things that's very frustrating to me is like the Rockets were in the same exact position as the Pistons in the dumpster, you know, a few years ago, getting Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham. And now the Rockets are like, what, the 2 or 3 seed hovering in and out in the West, and the Pistons are still middling at 500 and, you know, firing and hiring and overpaying coaches and stuff. So I'm just trying not to get too excited. That's my Detroit defense mechanism anyway, but I do have some hope for him, and I've been encouraged by his season.
Yeah. You know, I tell you what would give me pause, and I have some Cade Cunningham cards in our contest. Teapot and I did a contest on the Market Movers
should pull
channel.
that up.
You should pull that up. I'd like to take a look at that because I picked at the beginning of the season, both Teapot and I picked 10 NBA cards. We had a budget of like $3,000 hypothetical dollars, and I put some Cade Cunningham in my list of the 10 cards. But what gives me pause right now, Teapot, is what you said earlier in the show, which is that Detroit is a 500 team.
Yeah.
And they've always, you know, they're either bad or they're a 500 team or they're good. You got to go back to the 90s for them to be really getting much above that. So.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. You're just throwing shade at the 2000s team that prevented the Lakers from a three-peat.
That is true. That is true. I dismissed them. I skip right by them.
My favorite team of
I
all
skip
time.
right by them.
Any
I forgot about them. I forgot about them, actually. You're right. You're right. They did have their moment there. They were back then.
They were good.
But yeah, I don't know. Cade's having a good season. His cards deserved to go up. They have gone up. His play's been great. Detroit's much improved. They're actually a watchable team now. They weren't even watchable the last few seasons. Now they're watchable. However, are they ever really going to make the next leap and the leap beyond that? And if they don't, ultimately, he'll never go quite that far if he remains on the Pistons.
Yeah, nobody's going there as a trade destination or anything. All right. Quick update then on our little. So what we did was we took $3,000 budget.
Yep, we did.
And we picked. I think we had to do 10 players.
I think it was 10 players each. Yeah.
And we could mix and match cards.
Correct.
And you took a bunch of guys. So this is the grand reveal. And the contest was we're gonna re-record and see like day one going into the playoffs. Really who won. So right now doesn't mean a ton, except right now you're down $445.
Oh, damn.
From 3,000 to 2,540.
Who's down? Who's down on my list? Brandon Miller's. Brandon Miller's a little disappointing.
Yep. So you're up on Cade.
Yep, up on Cade.
Both
and I had
Cades.
2 Cade cards in there.
But he's really the only guy you're up on.
Up on Jalen Brunson a little bit.
Only $8. You're down on John now, who was up briefly.
Yeah.
Wemby's the one that I almost went more heavily into, and he's down.
Well, that's not even. I mean, that's a shame. I mean, Wemby's play's been there.
Brandon Miller, Maxey. You went in on these guys. And
Maxey's been disappointing.
LaMelo's.
What did I tell you? LaMelo.
What did I tell you about LaMelo, though?
Still like LaMelo.
For this contest, I said Charlotte's not going to be in the playoff mix, and you said, "Oh, Charlotte's like one of the Cinderellas this year." And,
yeah.
Are you ready?
Well, I said Charlotte and Detroit. And Detroit, I was somewhat correct on. Charlotte, not so much. All right, what do you got? How are you doing?
Bang.
Wow, you're making money.
347.
All
Let's
right.
call it now. End the contest.
Wow.
So, ironically,
wow.
this pick of this Embiid was the one that I got the most flack for. Not because people said it was a bad pick.
Because you picked a low point.
I got a low, like random, because we were just basing it on last sale price. So I kind of arbitraged it thinking I found a good deal. And instead it just went down another $300 because nobody likes him beating. He's like the new Harden. Like nobody likes him anymore. But I'm up a lot on Shai. I told you De'Aaron Fox was going to be a good pick. Tatum, and then Jalen Green. So Jalen Green's my Cade a little bit, but yeah, really, it's Shai carrying me here in a big-time way.
Wow, look at Shai. Should have put Shai on my team. That was my mistake. Should have put Shai on my team. Shouldn't have sold my Shai cards back in 2022 either.
No. You had some good ones, too.
Yeah, a little sad about that. Made a good amount of money, but tell you what, they'd be worth a lot more today than what I sold them for. A lot more today than what I sold them for. But that happens. but that happens. All right,
for
we're
a giveaway now or what?
yeah. Let's do a second giveaway tonight.
Shoot.
Let's pick some more giveaway winners.
I got a quick sign out and sign back into my account so I can get access to that screen. So you filibuster.
All right,
a
we're
little
gonna
bit
get
here.
Teapot. I'll tell you what I'll do here. If we can, I'm gonna jump to. Let me jump to a question here real quick, if that's possible, while Teapot's getting our next giveaway ready. I'm gonna take a question from Bama 2659. When you receive a card from an eBay seller that is not in the condition advertised, you just keep it or ask for a refund.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Bama, I think you're certainly within your rights to ask for a refund in that situation. I think it really comes down to what is the card like purpose for you, right? And what is the card? Like if it's a, personally, if I'm chasing a, Tim Tebow card for my PC, that is a rare Tebow card that I haven't seen come up recently at all. If the condition's not quite what I wanted it to be, I'm probably not going to complain too much because I'm probably just still kind of happy I have that card and I don't really care about condition because it's not ever, going to be graded. It's just kind of a PC card, right? However, if I'm buying a card because it's an investment, a card that I might flip sometime or a card that I might, try to get graded myself or something like that, then I'm going to care a lot more about condition. And if that card's got an issue that wasn't apparent on the eBay listing or imagery, then I'm going to be pretty upset, and I'm going to ask for a refund. So I think that's how you have to play that. Curious to see what people are asking or what people's answers to that are in the YouTube chat. So if you have anything to add to that, let me know. And let's rip a pack for Bama here, Parker, while Teapot's getting the giveaway winner list up.
Alrighty, let's try and pull a Ryan Williams for you or something.
Got a couple more Bowman's Best packs?
Yeah, we have 4 left, so.
By the way, Gators up on
Rising.
Oklahoma by 26, Teapot, 79 to 53.
Oh.
That is your second-ranked Florida
You
Gators.
said
that's a beat
Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's right.
We got Deion Burks at 75,
There you go, Oklahoma.
Antonio Williams, and Ollie Gordon.
Very cool.
That's another running back that kind of fell off. He was really good.
That's true, too.
In 2023. Alrighty. Rocco Becht. Ibuka. Ooh, that's
Ooh,
pretty
what's that
sick.
thing?
Masterpieces.
Yeah, those are nice.
That's cool.
Those
Nick
aren't
Anderson.
super rare. Those
Yeah.
are
Oh, I
maybe
like that.
one a box or something like that, but they're
Good
cool.
insert.
They should have made those rare.
Will Howard. And Aiden. How do you. Teapot, Michigan State? Is it
Chiles.
Chiles? Yeah. He transferred, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. I
Cool.
think he did.
All right, thank you for that,
All right.
Parker. Thank you for opening those cards.
got
Teapot, we
the
got
list.
our giveaways up?
Yep,
Let's
got
do
it.
it.
Randomizing 3 times.
All right.
One.
How many winners do we want here
2.
before you hit it the third time?
Okay,
Hold on.
how many
We
went?
need what? Another. We want to go up to 8 winners this time. Do we have enough cards to do 8 winners? Enough packs? I think we can.
We could do. Yeah, we could do. So we have 2 more packs of the Bowman's Best
All right, let's-
U. And then, well, we would have 8 packs in the Bundesliga.
All right.
so-
Why don't we do? We'll do a winner per pack, and we'll open up. We'll bust through the Bundesliga.
Alrighty.
1 pack per winner.
Okay. All right, I'm going to randomize it one more time here.
There we go. Top 8.
Bang, we got, Grandpa's back in the mix. All right, we got Earn Dog 62, Dean Zamaro, Grandpa's Son cards, I think in the 3 spot again for the second time maybe. George Andrew Simon, CDP. William Asher, Joe Colecco 73, Chuck Faust back in there too, and JNN Collectors. So, yeah, make sure to register your name, Market Mover members. Go trial, sign up for a trial using promo code LIVE, and we will get you some packs.
And by the way, JNN Collectors points out in the YouTube chat that Michigan State has beat Purdue by 9 points.
Bang.
So there you go.
All right, sorry, Johnny.
There you go. Very nice. All right. Do we want to open up a couple of those Bundesliga packs
Let's
here?
do it.
All right. We won't. I'm not sure we're going to go through all 8 of those because I don't know if I don't want to put the audience to sleep opening up soccer packs
you
here.
want-
But
We'll go
see.
fast. We'll go
Hating
fast.
on
All right.
soccer.
We'll go fast. All right. We'll go fast.
got it.
It's not
It is
just
Sapphire,
soccer.
so-
It's
It is
It's
Sapphire.
Bundesliga though.
Yeah, well,
know.
hey, you never know,
Who we want a Neuer. Give me a Neuer.
Yes.
Do the goalkeepers get cards?
Yeah.
Give me a
of course.
Neuer.
All right.
I want a
let's
Manuel Neuer.
test my pronunciation. We got Jonas Hoffman, rookie of Lucas Ulrich, Leroy Sané, and Amin Sarr, rookie.
All right.
And those are
I
for
wonder if he's
Earn
related
Dog,
to Alex
correct?
Sarr. That was for Earn Dog. Yep.
Earn Dog. I got
Right.
the first 4 down.
All right.
So.
We got Dean Zamaro next.
Yep. Alrighty, Dean. Let's pull like a 1 of 1 or something. Just something crazy. We got Tomas Cara something. Doesn't help that it's vertical and I
something.
don't know these guys.
Yep.
Earl Martell, Jermaine
We
something,
got color. We got gold.
and Nelson
yeah.
Weber.
Nice.
Weeper.
Number to
Out
50.
of 50.
That's sick.
All right,
Yeah.
there you go. Nelson Weeper to 50.
Alrighty. Next up. Oh, hang on. I put that in the wrong one. That is for Dean.
Nelson Weeper's 2024-25 season stats are 2 goals and 2 yellow cards in 12 games.
Not great, Bob.
It's a good ratio, right? Alrighty, who's this for?
How was it spelled? Weeper?
Yeah, Weiper.
Alrighty, this pack is
Nelson
for
Weeper.
Grandpa's son. Alrighty,
not the
this
best,
guy, Emerdine something. Clemens Riedel. Mario Götze. He was.
Yeah.
Oh, we
World
got
Cup
an
hero.
auto
World Cup hero.
of
We got an auto?
Nels Nkunku.
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 Nkunku. Yep.
Nkunku.
Niles Nkunku.
Nice. Who knows? Might be a good player. It's kind of fun. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe you guys know.
He's French.
Yeah.
Teapot.
Yeah, I'm
His,
looking-
he played in 10 games this season. He had 0 goals, 0 assists, and 1 yellow card.
We gotta get those yellow card numbers up.
strong. Where's
All right,
that
this
heat
is
Parker?
for
We wasted on the
George
first box.
Andrew Simons.
He's a left back for Frankfurt.
Rookie of Tim S. Oh, hello. El Chadail Bitsashuabi. Yep, that guy. Jae Sung Lee. And an orange of Justin something.
Nkunku, no.
This guy. Who knows? Could be the
All right,
next
so-
Erling Haaland here.
Next trivia, I'm going to do all soccer questions,
Yeah.
and everyone's going to struggle.
Yep.
Everyone's going to struggle.
Alrighty. Who's this one for, guys?
All right.
Say again? William Masher. Asher. Alrighty, William.
Let's pull Jamal Musiala.
Yeah, that's one, right? Kingsley Coman. I remember this guy had a run.
Oh, he's
Yep.
good. He's good.
Yep.
Nacho Ferry. I like that name. It's easy to say. Patrick Wimmer. And Matthias Snell.
Tell.
Tell, right? Dang, I'm missing the easy ones too.
3-letter last name and he gets it wrong.
Alrighty, who we got next?
Who was that? That was Asher.
Yep.
Joe Klecko.
Joe Lecco.
It's going to be a lot more fun when we get to that Prism WWE box, I tell you.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
Pull
lot
a
more
rock
fun in a few
color
minutes here,
blast or
ladies and
something.
gentlemen.
Stick around. Stay in
Tim
the drawings.
K. Hugo.
No, maybe some Dortmund. Yeah.
Julian Brandt. And Lucas Dashner.
I just wanted to be known that before we started opening up Bundesliga Sapphire, we had 460 people watching the live stream. We now have 408.
Yeah.
We have had
That's
52 people tell us they don't want to see Bundesliga Sapphire
Faust.
anymore.
That's Nick's fault. So he picked these boxes, not me, guys.
They got tired of hearing about
Who we
Florida.
got next?
Maybe it was actually the Gator comments that drove them away.
Chuck
That's
Faust.
possible.
Chuck
Maybe
Faust.
it's the Gator
Yeah.
comments. All right, 2 more packs to open. Then we're going to get back to some Q&A. I'm going to
Going.
go out there in the aisles for a few minutes, talk a little market movers, Q&A. We got trivia coming up at 9:50 p.m., everybody.
That guy.
Trivia at 9:50
That
p.m.
guy. Ooh, Benjamin Sesk. I've actually heard of this guy. Gold out of 50.
Oh,
heard of
that's-
him. So
okay. Yeah, we'll look that up.
he must be incredible. Alrighty, this is for Chuck.
There you go, gold out of 50. That's nice. That's nice.
Nice. And last one. Who we got? JNN.
That Sesko is about a
JNN.
$35, $40 card.
Hey,
Oh,
there
wow.
you go.
Let me get
All right,
some.
That's
That's the fun thing about soccer.
Sesko
At least
is
for me.
solid, says
I don't
Brian
know any of
here
these
in the
guys.
chat.
Yep.
And we got Lavro, Jamal Musiala. Victor Boniface. I'm pretty sure this guy's good. And then Alejandro Grimaldo. Alrighty.
Oh, I may have been looking at the wrong one.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, I want to. Oh no, you're looking at the right. Oh, that was.
I don't know.
It's a good card.
It's
We're going to
a
go
good
with
card.
it being a $40
Sesko's
card.
good.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are a couple of people in the YouTube chat were saying, why wasn't my name in that like giveaway randomization thing? If you are a Market Movers member, make sure to enter the giveaway. If you, hopefully you took that extra step, right? So just being a Market Movers member doesn't get you in the giveaway. You have to click the link at the top of the YouTube chat and put your name in that form to enter tonight's giveaway. You only have to do it one time, and you'll be in all 3 giveaways tonight, but you got to do it one time. So if you haven't done it yet, do that. If you did already do that, then you're definitely on the list. So you don't have to worry about it. You may not have seen your name as you scroll by, but you're definitely on the list if you enter that form tonight. Because all we're doing is just pulling all the names from that form, getting rid of duplicates, and then randomizing it right from that form.
Brad
So,
Noble says he
there you
has
go.
a Lagway Auto 1 of 1 he needs to show you.
Oh, I would like to see that. Yes,
So-
please. Brad, let's.
Instagram.
I would like to see that. Sure, yeah, please show it to me.
Send it to
feel
the
free to
help box.
sell to help box, send it to my Instagram, any and all the things. All right, I'm going to go out to the aisle, Teapot.
All right, let me get
I want you to send me a challenge. You did good with your baseball challenge.
Yep, thank
I'm
you.
going to go out there
did.
and see if I can do a little challenge of my own. See what Teapot has to give me here in way of challenge. We're going to
So-
go back out here to the show floor of Cards HQ.
I want you to scan. So we sort the shelves. I like this. We sort by price, so you can kind of scan by things. So I want you to look in the priced high end.
Okay.
Like for any of the sports, you can start in that aisle with baseball. Kind of obviously going to be at the end of the showcases, but pick 3 cards as you're scanning that really jump out at you. And I'm going to tell you, Phil can show one because I saw it out there earlier. Well, first of all, there's a Tom Glavine Essential Credentials, but there's also a really cool Greg Maddux Stadium Club Superfractor Auto that jumped out at me. So those 2 prompted this challenge.
How does this one jump out at you, Teapot? How about
Let's
a
see.
$500 Piggy Banks art card?
I did see that one. Isn't that wild? He has built quite the custom
He
card
really has.
following.
He really is.
Yeah, yeah.
How much, Teapot, look up this. This is this isn't going to be the card that I picked, but that's those helixes. What do you think of
yeah.
those helix short prints? Those are big time case hits.
They are.
I like the design of that. There's an Acuna helix card there.
Yeah, so I'll look that up. Acuna here. We
By
got
the way, look at
raw. It's about
these triple autos on the Braves.
193 on the last sale.
193. Oh, we got to move the price of that down a little bit.
Yeah,
we might be a
Acuna-
little high then.
Acuna's been, but that card hasn't sold in a little while. Acuna's been kind of coming down. That was in the closer to 300 plus range.
Yeah,
so,
that's probably
Yep.
when we bought it. That's probably what it was.
Yep.
I see that Tom Glavine
Yeah.
Essentials credentials there.
Yep.
And I see that
Two
super
over.
fractor of Greg Maddux. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are pretty cool.
Look at that Maddux.
Nice,
That's awesome.
nice Hank Aaron auto in between the 2.
Yeah.
Um,
That was a nice Hank.
Alvarez here, Ignacio Alvarez. I think at one point we had that card priced up at like $10,000. He was the #1 prospect in the Braves system. Apparently, he has not been exactly moving, moving his way up the Braves system the way that he should. Because that one is, we had to price that one down a little bit. It appears.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, wonder where he is in the MLB prospects list right
Yeah.
now. All right, I'm gonna walk around here. Let's see what we're looking at here. Let's look at some beautiful cards. Ooh, look at that Jackson Holiday card. That's a sweet card right there. Nice Jackson Holiday patch, gold number /10, Jackson Holiday patch auto. I mean, you got to give that one a little bit of consideration for sure. Hopefully Jackson Holiday, he had a little bit of a rough start to his, he had a very rough start to his rookie campaign, but then he came back and he was doing a little bit better. So he's still one of the youngest players in all of Major League Baseball. I think he's maybe the 2nd youngest player in all of Major League Baseball. That could be an interesting one to pick. There's a nice Ellie De La Cruz Superfractor here on the high end. Of course, you can't go wrong with the Shohei Ohtani gold right there. Beautiful card.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Yeah, that one's super, super cool. So there's definitely some nice cards here. That's a cool dual auto just for a collector of Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson. Dual on-card auto.
That is nice.
That's a pretty neat one. So out of all the baseball ones, I think I would go for that Jackson Holiday. That's a rookie number 1 out of 10. Nice jersey patch. Is that Dynasty?
No.
I mean, not Dynasty, Definitive.
That's definitive.
Yeah, Definitive. That's Topps Definitive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitive. So definitive is a nice product. Baseball RPAs have been on the rise for sure in general in baseball.
This is cool too. I'm going to ask the audience, which would you rather have? Would you rather have this Shohei Ohtani, the 1955 anime from 2024 Bowman PSA 10 on that Shohei Ohtani Dodgers uniform, obviously, which is pretty cool? Would you rather have that in a 10, or would you rather have that Jackson Holiday that I just showed you a minute ago?
That one was at $918 a week ago.
Okay.
And had a sale for all the way down at $750.
Wow.
This week. So
gosh,
yeah,
might be an opportunity to scoop that one up a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some nice vintage here too. Beautiful Sandy Koufax on-card auto rookie card. Look at that. Nice blue flip there. Nice looking card. I would dual grade that one. I would pick up that card right there, and I would actually submit that off to get that dual graded, because it's definitely not a perfect edition. You can see the rounded corner in the lower right, but and it's obviously a little bit off center, but it's still in decent shape. It's got a lot of eye appeal, and it's a really nice dual auto from 1955 Topps, Sandy Koufax. Beautiful auto. So I would consider doing that with that. Let me just see if anything grabs my eye here in the football aisle. We got your boy Caleb Williams here, Teapot. If you want to go high end on the Caleb Williams market, we got that covered.
I told you, I'm with them stealing my our coach from the Lions. I'm higher on him than I was this last season, and I've probably never been more right about a player in my life than I was on the Bears and Caleb Williams this last year. So
I think it's a little too early to be declaring victory on the Caleb Williams is not going to make it, you know.
No, I said that last season he wasn't going to be good, and he was terrible.
Yeah.
And the Bears were terrible.
He had his moments. All
right, pick one more basketball card, and we're going to get you back in here.
All right, I'm going to go, where do I want to go with basketball? I'll give Luka a little shout out there. We'll do that Luka card right there from National Treasures. Rookie patch auto from 2018 National Treasures for $1,350. I'll do that and hope that they close strong. There you go.
Right.
Those are my picks. But out of all of those, I'm probably most excited. I don't know. I'm probably most excited from a collector standpoint. I really like that Ohtani Dodgers card. That's super cool. From a investment standpoint, to see if it can go up this season, probably that Jackson Holiday, probably the definitive Jackson Holiday right there. I think the Orioles will have a better season this year, and I think Jackson Holiday, his second year in the league, is gonna show why people had him as the number one prospect and why people were so excited about him. So those are my picks. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna walk back into the studio here. What's that, Phil?
He showed up to spring training jacked.
He did show up to spring training jacked?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's going to be ready this year. I think Jackson Holiday is an exciting young player, so I'm looking forward to see what he can do this season. All right, let me come back here in the studio. All right, what do we want to do next, Teapot?
Looks like we're back on. Let's jump into the spinning wheel debate.
You want to do one more?
Yeah, we can do one more. Let's do one more spinning wheel.
All right.
Yep.
And then we'll take some more audience questions after that. We got trivia coming up here in 35 minutes.
Okay, there you go.
So there you go. Shohei Ohtani, Teapot. It is the start of the baseball season.
Yep.
We've got, we got spring training about to kick up here. You got Ohtani, who, I mean, how could he possibly have a better season this year than last year, unless maybe he starts pitching this year? Then maybe he can have a better season this year than last year. They're not going to let him pitch in spring training. But he maybe is I heard he's kind of targeting May for maybe a return to pitching.
Yeah.
I've kind of been wondering if the Dodgers are just going to say, don't bother to pitch anymore. But it doesn't, no one said that yet, so it doesn't appear that's going to be the case.
He wants to pitch. He wants to pitch.
What is Shohei? Can you call up a Shohei Ohtani chart here? I'd be curious what they've been looking like this offseason.
Yeah, and I wanted to look at his stats too, because obviously he had a very historic season last year. 50-50, first one ever, historic season. But the thing that really has made Shohei Ohtani special is the fact that he pitches and hits. Mm-hmm. And he didn't pitch last year. Okay, well, yeah, he won MVP in a landslide decision. Was it unanimous? I think it was. I think he and Judge were both unanimous. So he had a really good year, but pitching is what makes him special. So if he does go out and pitch again, I would expect the stolen base attempts to come down because they don't want to risk him getting injured again on the base path, when he's out there throwing. But I did look at Ohtani the other day. One thing I really like in market movers is I can pull up and just look at what's been going on with his card prices over a given time frame. So let's look at the last 180 days. He's up 18% over the last 90 days. He's up 8%. So his card market has not cooled off since
hasn't.
the end of the season. I was hoping there would be a discount on Ohtani. Here's what I'll say about Ohtani.
Yeah, it's even up. I'm looking, if you go to my screen, Charles, I just got a couple of his charts up on the screen here of a couple of his more popular cards. His 2018 his 2017 Bowman Mega Box Chrome Prospects card from the World Baseball Classic, and then two of his 2018, kind of well-known cards, his 2018 Bowman and 2018 Topps Chrome Base and PSA 10. And yeah, I mean, up 28%, up 9%. This one's down 3%, but that's over the last 90. If you go over the last 180, I mean, they're all up considerably, but of course he hit the 40-40 during that, or rather the 50-50 during that time period.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. His stuff really did not cool down this offseason at all.
I'm going to get better Wi-Fi in here so I can pull up stats on the fly. I wanted to compare because I think this is a relevant comparison. So I keep hearing all about Ohtani. Like some people I know only talk about Ohtani. Like they're just like, I'm not buying anybody's cards but Ohtani. It's a lot of eggs in one basket. And if you're going to put them all into one basket, that sure seems to make the most sense. But let's make a little comparison here. Let's look at Mike Trout compared to Shohei Ohtani in their first 7 seasons in the league. Would you believe that Mike Trout has more than 10 WAR more than Shohei Ohtani in their first 7 seasons in the league?
Even though Ohtani pitched.
Yeah. 5 Silver Sluggers, 2 MVP versus 3, but Trout's won more than that. Overall, the stats. Now the pitching that's not showing up on here. So I think the pitching is probably what's not showing up. That's what I wanted to make the point, is the differentiator is the pitching.
Okay.
We saw 50-50 was an awesome season, but sometimes people get a little, I don't want to downplay that, but some people get a little hung up on like weird milestones and stuff. Even with Acuna 40-70, yeah, it was awesome. Was it one of the best offensive seasons in history? No. Like not just Aaron Judge had one of the best hitting seasons in history twice. So like there's a lot of different things that you can look at. The comparison with Trout though is back in 2019 and 2020 and 2021 even when Trout was starting to show injury and couldn't play full seasons, it was Trout mania because of what he did for 10 years in the 2010s. And now he hasn't been able to stay healthy. It's a lot of eggs in one basket with Ohtani. If he ends up injury prone, hopefully he doesn't. For the good of the league and MLB and everything, I hope he doesn't. And for the hobby, but there's always that risk, and that's what makes me nervous. He's had 2 Tommy John surgeries now. If he does want to go out there and pitch, and he tears his UCL again, he's not going to be able to hit for a while, and who knows how that impacts him long term. He's already one of the all-time greats, but there's a lot of money into him right now, and I haven't been as hyped because he hasn't come down at all since last season. How much more can he go up? I don't know. What do you think? How much more can he go up from here?
Yeah, I mean, how much more can he go up? I mean, he'd have to, if he comes out this season, if he starts pitching again in May and striking people out at a rate that he did a couple of years ago, his cards will go back up. But it will take that.
I could see his highest of high-end market really go up a lot more. Like just really go completely crazy for the rarest cards that he has of his rookie cards. But like just when you look at like his Bowman Chrome rookies and stuff like that, I'm like, there's a ton of those out there, a ton of them, and they're pretty expensive. And so that's the part that makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
Hey, I think it's a good concern. One guy who wasn't on this thing right here, but I would have liked to have put up on this wheel, and let's maybe get him up there for next month. I would have liked to have had a debate about Patrick Mahomes, because some of the things you said about Ohtani, I think you could say some of those things about Patrick Mahomes right now. And I actually might argue there's a little more downside in Patrick Mahomes than there is upside right now, which is kind of what you're saying with Ohtani. Yep. So I think there's definitely a little something there to talk about. Okay, let's take some more audience questions, and then we're going to do our third giveaway in about 20 minutes, and then from there we're going to roll into trivia tonight. So we've got M. Healy. He wants to say, let's pretend you're given $100,000 to spend on cards or wax tomorrow. What are you buying that will double in value over the next 2 years? Wow, that's a big question. So that time frame, in my opinion, really limits what you could buy. Because I would say if you're going to get $100,000 to invest, and if you want to know what's going to be best in 30 years, I would say you're buying all-time greats, you're buying vintage, you're buying GOATs. Put your money there. But if you're saying you need to double your money in 2 years, you're probably not going to double your money in 2 years on vintage, all-time greats, and GOATs unless you happen to hit a market cycle, which has happened a little bit recently, where a particular part of the market gets really hot, like 90s basketball inserts, or Exquisite from, Exquisite got super hot and some of that doubled in a year, or the Star Jordan cards, those doubled in a year, right? So if you happen to kind of guess what the next trendy card is going to be, then maybe. But outside of that, if you want your money to double in 2 years, you got to be picking probably younger players, which is also going to put your money at a lot greater risk.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thesis for the last 6 months has been specifically dynasty RPAs in baseball, because I just feel like they continue to be undervalued, though less so now than they were 6 months ago. And I think people started to catch on. When I was at Culture Collision a few weeks ago, the very first guy I was walking by at the show was like, "Hey, Teapot, hey, man, you are so right about dynasty RPAs. Like, I've been saying that for a while. I have some of them, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "I do mostly F1. I can't believe how much more expensive F1 RPAs dynasty are than baseball and basketball and everything." And then I crossed the aisle, and a guy literally had almost nothing but dynasty cards at his booth. And I went to the next guy down, who there was some space between, and half of his booth was dynasty. Like, people are starting to catch on to that. So dynasty is one that I've been saying for a long time that I would be putting money into. Another one, just sticking in baseball, is actually 90s baseball. That Tom Glavine Essential Credentials out there. Look at Star Rubies, Credentials, Crusades, others, Precious Metal Gems, because the baseball ones, basketball was up here, and it continues to be up here. Football has started to close the gap on the all-time greats, the Jerry Rices, the Emmitt Smiths, the Barry Sanders, and others, and Peyton Manning, obviously, those have closed the gap. Baseball, outside of Derek Jeter and Ken Griffey Jr., has largely been very, very, very affordable. Barry Bonds has started to catch on. People are starting to go, "I don't care about the steroids. The guy was a freak, and I want to collect his cards." But starting to look at some of the others, the Pedro Martinez's, the Randy Johnson's cards are incredibly underpriced. A lot of pitchers, I think, on that tier of cards have a lot of potential. And then in soccer, a guy that I've just continued to talk about just from a hype perspective is Lamine Yamal. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're looking at the next 2 years, you're looking at the World Cup showing up in the United States, and this guy being a phenom. We know World Cup didn't necessarily move the needle on a lot of guys a couple of years ago when they had it, but he's the type of player that has tons of hype and momentum. He's absolutely killing it with Barcelona, and they've just said he's untouchable, unlike Luka with the Mavs. So, I think he's got a lot of upside too.
Yeah, Yamal's an interesting one. I would worry a little bit that Yamal is like Wembanyama in the fact that there's so much hype around him that unfortunately his cards, despite his play, have done nothing but trickle down over the last several months. But
he doesn't have a ton of cards.
With the World Cup coming and not as many cards, maybe that won't be the case as much with Yamal.
Yeah.
I think those are good answers for sure.
I think there's more stuff happening in Europe too. We've talked about with the card market.
Yeah.
So that's the other reason why I'd say that.
All right. Let's get a pack for M. Healy here. What do we got next, Parker?
Alrighty. Well, we can get the last two Bowman U packs.
Let's do that.
For M. Healy. There's probably 2 autos in these.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
Give him some extra autos.
Probably hit the hot box. Braden Fowler Nicolosi, Drew Aller, Mikey Keene Refractor, Kyron Drones, and Harold Perkins. See Matthew Golden, Ruben Bain, and Nico Iamaliava.
Elements. That's cool.
Elements. The sick insert. Trevor Etienne and Oscar Delp.
There you go.
I
All
noticed
right,
you
very
didn't
cool.
say anything about Etienne there.
No, we don't talk about Etienne around here. We don't talk about Etienne around here.
Where did he used to play?
I tell you what, I'll tell you where he had more yards. When he transferred, his productivity went down. That's what happened.
There's a lot of talent on Georgia's team.
Livio What do we have here?
Livio Cordiello.
There you go. If I just want the thrill of opening packs, is it better to just buy some junk wax from the 80s, 90s, or something new? So, well, I mean, part of that depends what you're in for, right? Now, what I will say is, personally, even though I grew up in the 80s and I opened up a bunch of 80s wax, and it's still fun to rip a little bit of it for nostalgia, personally, ripping wax from that era for me is nowhere near as fun as ripping wax today because they didn't have any hit cards. There were no hit cards.
Yeah.
There were no numbered cards. There were no parallels. There were no short prints. There were no image variations. There were no autographs. Today, when I go back and open up boxes from the 80s, which I've done several of, it gets repetitive and it gets boring. And it's fun to open up a few packs to go down memory lane. And then as you get deeper and deeper in that box, it's kind of like, okay, I've already seen that card twice. I've seen that one 3 times. And all the best you can hope for is whatever the premier rookie was. And you basically got to just hope for condition.
You finally pull one and you go, this is a 9 with a shot at a 10.
Yeah.
You send it to PSA and it comes back an 8.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I would go for today, but there are a lot of big 90s collectors. There was fun sets to rip, especially you get in the late 90s. There were a lot of cool inserts, all that kind of thing. So some people's answer to that would definitely be the 90s. My answer would be probably something new.
So there's a lot of new stuff. I mean, it depends what you want to do, what you're into. But baseball still has a lot of affordable product. You know, you can rip some Series 1. You can go back a few years, rip some stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff to fix the itch, so to speak. I mean, there's plenty of affordable things no matter what the sport is. But nostalgia is a heck of a drug. So if you grew up collecting in the 80s and early 90s, I know plenty of people really, really enjoy that for the price point. They just are like, this takes me back to my childhood. And for a lot of us, that's what it's all about.
Yep, absolutely. I agree. All right, well, thank you for the question. Let's open up. You want to go to wrestling now? You want to open up a pack of Prism?
That's what we got.
Pack
There
of
you
Prism.
go.
Alrighty, Livio.
So is this the new Prism WWE?
Correct.
You get how many autos do we get in this? 2?
Yes.
All right.
We got 2.
Get some numbered cards, get some color. See Undertaker on the
Taker
back.
Are you pretty up on your wrestlers, Parker?
Not exactly. But
Probably more than
I know
probably
the
more than his
important people.
Bundesliga soccer.
Yes. Roddy Piper, Natalia. This is very easy that they're horizontal. Okay, Liv Morgan, Carmella, X-Pac, Izzy Dame rookie, and a silver of Brian Pillman. And then we have, it would be lying if I said I knew who Wolfgang is.
Kind of a cool looking card though.
Oh, that's sick. And the
Undertaker
Tombstone.
WrestleMania moments.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Thank you for the question. We'll send that off to you. Let's go to our next one here. This is from Alan945. Do you think the new Topps Marvel cards are worth investing in? I've not actually seen them, Teapot.
Yeah.
I know they were kind of, the first release was kind of a short printed release. There wasn't a ton of them out there.
It was like UK exclusive.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even know that it had come out. Like when it did, it was weird. It was like without any fanfare. So the whole, announcement about that was kind of a big deal in my opinion. We talked about that on Cards on the Table, and I thought, well, that's a big deal. But yeah, I got Market Movers pulled up here, and the Iron Man did $38,000 in the Superfractor.
Wow.
So no big deal there. Captain America did $32,000. So there's some value in those. I do think there's some investability. I'd be a little careful. Here's what I'll say. When the Star Wars Galaxy stuff came out in 2022, I believe was the first year. Maybe it was 21. It was 21. It was 21. Those cards are still valuable. There was a hype period, but they're still valuable. That product is still really collectible. So I like the upside of Topps Chrome Marvel as well. Like that's an IP that's very popular. You got the comic collectors and the MCU fans and the people who are both. So people are really crazy about their favorite Marvel characters. I do think there's some collectability. The only thing I worry about is just like how many sets is Topps going to produce once they really get their legs underneath that. But for the early stuff, with this like being like a first year of Topps Chrome Marvel, I think there's potentially some staying power. Just kind of be careful.
Yeah. I think that's good. Topps will have a number of Marvel products out this year. So this
Yeah.
is the year they got the U.S. license. I believe January 1st might have been when the U.S. license became effective. So
Okay,
you're going to
I
start
see.
seeing a lot of U.S. releases this year. So that's going to be kind of interesting to watch. All right, let's open up a WWE pack here.
Alrighty.
There are color blasts in here. We could hit a color blast.
Okay.
So
Alrighty. So we got Shinsuke, Carlito, Andrade, Jada Parker. Hey, might have to PC her. Tatanaka, something like that. Bianca Belair, Lola Vice, Brother Love, Odyssey Jones, and a red wave. Oh, Jimmy Uso. It's pretty cool. Sorry, there we go.
there's a clown.
Got
behind
another
it.
numbered card under there too, I think.
And oh yeah, it's Asuka. She's pretty popular. Orange, which is out of 99.
Okay.
It's not bad. And we have a silver Rumble performances of Braun Strowman.
All right.
So awesome.
Next question from Cards for All. When is the peak time to sell retail wax? Right when it hits the shelves or the start of the next season or something else? Depends a little bit on the product. I mean, honestly, it depends what the product's going to do on the secondary market. Like we've seen, and it can go in either direction. I mean, we've seen, like here at Cards HQ, you know, when a new release comes out, we'll buy a bunch of wax, obviously, and then we are sometimes repricing wax because it's moving up in the market and the market value is going up, and we're sometimes repricing wax because it's falling in the market and the market value is going down. So if you're going to be holding wax for potential resale, it's all about the hype around the release and whether the release is going to go up in the market or go down in the market. This last year, we saw a number of the football and basketball products actually drop in the market after release. And part of the reason for that was because of the lack of autographs, because of the whole, you know, Topps versus Panini locking up exclusive autograph licenses. Conversely, we saw a lot of baseball products shoot up after release because baseball, you had the Paul Skeens chase going on all year long. You had the Ellie De La Cruz chase going on all year long. You had a lot of top rookies that people were going for. People were going for the Jacksons, you know, Holiday and Merrill and Churio. So, I mean, there were so many good rookies this last year in baseball that you had so many of the sets were hot. And if you 3 weeks after the release date, the boxes would be worth more than they were on release day. So it honestly comes down to product. All right, let's open up a pack for Cards for All.
Alrighty.
Yeah, the retails that's been hot has been Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
sports cards.
That is true. Pokemon has been the retail to have right now for sure.
Drew McIntyre, Bronco Nima, Ricochet, Dude Love,
And thank you, Coach Matt in the YouTube chat. Appreciate that.
Dude, love.
Obafemi rookie, and a Roxanne Perez silver, and Umaga. Oh, I remember this guy. This is from like when I was into WWE. Pulsar, and then that's pretty cool. Prismatic Triple H. Nice.
All right, Teapot, how before we answer the question from Recession Uncle, everything okay with the baby over there?
I haven't gotten any texts.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. For those of you who don't know, Teapot is moments away from his child number 5 entering the world. Moments away. Could happen before the show is over tonight. We still got 25 minutes left in the show tonight. Baby could come.
Yep.
All right. You ready for a 5th baby, by the way?
You're never ready, but you're
5th
also
baby.
always ready. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yep.
That's a lot of kids, man.
It's a good time.
All right, you got to upgrade your vehicles now. I don't know.
We're
I don't know
at
how
the
you
max. We got a minivan and we're maxed out. So
Yeah.
next we'd be
got to get like a Sprinter van.
next
or
I have to buy
something.
like a used Amazon transport vehicle. and
You got to get
check it out.
you got to get a rental car shuttle.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things they pick you up in to
Hey.
take you to the rental car place
Some
at the
of those
airport.
are pretty luxurious.
You gotta get one of
you know?
those.
Yep.
Gotta get one of
Yep.
those. All right, Recession Uncle says, do you think Wemby or Caitlin Clark will be a better long-term investment? What a question. I think
Only Caitlin Clark answers allowed. I don't know what that means, but
percentage-wise, I'm going to give 2 answers on this. Answer number 1, if you had me bet what's the most likely outcome, I'm going to bet that Caitlin Clark will be the better long-term investment, because I think that her probability of long-term GOATness success is greater than Wemby within the scope of her league. However, answer number 2 is, if Wemby and her achieve equal levels of GOAT greatness, then Wemby will be the better investment, just because of the greater heat around NBA in general than WNBA. So that's my dual answer. Would love to know what the chat thinks. Let me know in the YouTube chat. Wemby or Caitlin Clark is the better long-term investment. Let's see what the chat says. What do you say, Teapot?
NBA's got a lot of parity in it right now, and a lot of different players competing for superstar share, and the league itself is not doing great. It's declining right now. It's in a dip. The All-Star game was a complete disaster. Just there's a lot of stuff not working in the favor of the NBA right now, and players like Wemby are helping prop it up, honestly, right now. So I worry about a lot of factors in that regard, like who's really the face of the league. We don't know right now. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA, but he's not the face of the league.
Right.
So it's like, who is the face of the league? The NBA has been built for the last 30, 40 years on having a face of the league, and then like 3 other guys who are real close. You know, there was Jordan and Bird and Magic and Jordan and Kobe and AI and, you know, Shaq. And so right now you don't know who those people are. Caitlin Clark's the face of the WNBA. The WNBA is rising. Now, in popularity overall and in views, it's still not close to the NBA, but it's moving in that direction. So that to me is like, I don't know. And then just like, she's a guard, he's a big, tall, lanky center. Longevity is a concern. I think she has a lot of that potential if they keep sort of promoting the NBA and building it up a lot. She does seem to have more upside than me, but I'm a big fan of Wemby. I really like him. I'm rooting for him to do well. So I wouldn't mind seeing him be, you know, one of the 2 or 3 guys that's in that conversation for a while.
Yeah, we're getting a mix of answers. I'd say more people are saying Caitlin Clark than Wemby, but it is definitely a mix of answers in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
And some are passionate on either side. Some are saying Wemby is not even close. Others saying it's definitely Clark. She's lifting her league. So it's kind of interesting. And then I think there's a lot of good points in the YouTube chat.
Who was the gal the other day, too? Like a college, South Carolina or somebody dropped like 50, a freshman?
Yeah, a freshman from Vanderbilt. Yeah. She's had 2 50-point games this season.
Yeah.
And then you have BISCWGN in the YouTube chat that says Caitlin Clark in the NBA is equivalent to DJ Lagway for the Florida Gators in college football.
I don't know what that
That's
means.
the comparison.
But, okay.
We're comparing Lagway to Caitlin Clark. I like that comparison.
Okay.
All right, let's open up a pack.
Is that
for
a
session
compliment?
on
I
call.
don't know. Okay.
Alrighty. We got Kevin Owens, Gunther, Channing Stacks Lorenzo. How do you get a nickname like Stacks? Bronson Reed, Kalani Jordan, Razar, Malik Blade, Lexus King. It's this guy.
Rob Bellasfili.
Yeah. Nick Aldis, that's the announcer. And the LA Knight. That guy's a big deal. And then got a Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music.
All right, there we go. We haven't hit an auto yet in this product. We need to hit an auto. Let's take another question. Hopefully we hit an auto. This one from DJKU412. With spring training kicking off baseball season, which prospect do you think is worth getting graded or even considering buying? So let's do a little prospecting, Teapot. You're on the I'm going to defer to you on that. You're on the Spitball and Cards podcast. You and especially your podcast mates live in this world. Give me a hot name for this spring.
We always defer to Filmington when it comes to prospecting. I was just having a conversation with one of our retail associates right before we went live talking about this and saying I need, at some point, you know, maybe if I stop having kids, I don't know. I've got 5 kids and I'm watching all the pro leagues and I'm trying to keep up with all this stuff and work. It's hard for me to keep up on all the prospect lists, but two players I'm really excited about, just near and dear to the Tigers, are Max Clark and Jackson Jobe. Jobe got called up last year and he didn't do great, but he looked like he had all the right stuff. But Max Clark is, I'm hoping, the real deal. He's very, very talented. was an incredible high school player drafted out of high school. So he's still going to be raw for a little bit, but he's a guy that I'm kind of watching the prices on, because one thing I really like to do with players that I like for the teams is like buy 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of the same card of the player. Maybe they're Sapphire Bowman first or something, and then wait for that call up, sell off all but one of them, and try to pay for the one and have it free in my collection. So I'll drop those 2 names out there and say I'm really excited about both of them.
There you go. I like that. Fred in the YouTube chat says he likes Max Clark as well. We've got a Roman Anthony of the Red Sox.
Big deal.
We've got Walker Jenkins as well. And then of course, if DJ Lagway switches to baseball, there's always him. All right, let's go to
Clark too in the NBA.
Caitlin Clark, perhaps.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's hit an auto here. Let's hit an
Let's do
auto.
it. John Cena on the back. Akam, Zoe Stark, China. Paul Ellering, Ludwig Kaiser, Duke Hudson, Mission, Carl Anderson, Grayson Waller. Oh, we got Silver of the Miz.
We got a little Mojo refractor coming up here.
Mojo coming up. Giovanni Vinci. Don't know who that is. And we got Rumble performances of John Cena.
All right, we got one more giveaway to do,
Let
Teapot.
me grab that list.
While you're grabbing the list for the final giveaway of the night, I'm going to do one more question rapid fire. This one from Hen Scott. How does someone find or put a value on a one-on-one card since there aren't any comps to compare? Hen Scott, this common question, we get this from time to time. Just real quickly, I think the best ways to do it are to, first of all, look to see if that same one-of-one card in any other players from that same year have sold. So if you have like last year, if you have a one-of-one Jackson Merrill, then maybe you look at Jackson Churio and Jackson Holiday and some of the other rookies from last year to see what their one-of-one sales have gone for, if any of those have sold. And then you can also kind of see what their more regular cards go for compared to that player that you have. So you kind of get an idea of their typical ratio of value, and you can kind of triangulate it that way, right? Another option is to look in previous years, for that one-of-one card from rookies from previous years. Another option is to look for other one-of-ones from your same player. So, for example, although the one-of-one you have may never have sold, you could search for one-of-one sales and market movers for that same player and see what their one-of-ones from other sets have sold for, and then pick the one that's most comparable to your card in terms of kind of the quality of the set and, how sought after the card might be. So just a couple of quick ideas there for you. Let's open up a pack for Hen Scott, and then we will do our third and final giveaway of the evening, and then it is time for trivia.
Alrighty, Ultimate Warrior, Alba Fry, Adriana Rizzo, Solo Sikoa, Chelsea Green, Naomi, Devon Dudley, Bobby Lashley, Adam Pierce. Ooh,
Oh, we got an auto.
auto of, that Stacks guy.
There you go.
He signs it with a $sign. That's funny. Alrighty, and then we have Sean Spears, red, out of 299, and a WrestleMania Moments of Cody Rhodes.
There you go.
All right, almost got it. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty, but I will have it in 2 seconds here.
All right. Well, we'll do one final question then while Teapot's getting that. Oh, we picked a big one as the last one from J&N Collectors. Oh, all right. We're going to the producer's going to a shorter one, not much of a shorter one, but we're going to go with Stephen Carpenter. When would you grade for just the auto versus the auto and card? How would you determine that a grade should be considered for grading? What is the print run with a print run of Series 1? Do you think we were back in the junk wax era? There's a lot of questions here, Stephen. I'll answer your first one. I think if it is some of that comes down to the value of the card, right? So I will generally, if the card is under a couple $100, I will generally just grade for the card and not the auto. This is assuming we're talking like ultra modern, like new cards that have, coming out today or from recent years. If the card is, $500, maybe $1,000 plus, then I'm considering maybe getting a dual grade, getting the auto grade in addition to the card grade. But of course, I'm only doing that if the auto looks completely streak free and if the auto is completely within the bounds of the sticker or the card if it's not hitting any of the edges. Because if it's doing either of those things, hitting the edges or has a streak in it, it's not going to get a 10 auto, in which case I'm not going to auto grade. That's how I would approach Ultra Modern. With Vintage, different story. I'm going to normally probably get the dual grade as long as the card grade is going to probably be a 3 or a 4 or above. Typically, I'm going to get the dual grade. But there's some exceptions to that. It kind of depends. You know, there's different eras of vintage and what era are we talking about. Maybe an 80s card, if it's only going to get a card grade of 3, maybe you would prefer to just grade the auto, right? And that's fine. But if you got a 1933 Gaudy card with an auto, then I would definitely grade it, dual grade, even if the card grade's just a 3, right? So there's a little bit of nuance in that, but I think it depends on the era and the value of the card in terms of how you would approach that. Let's get a pack for Stephen Carpenter, and then we're going to give the rest of the packs away.
Alrighty, so we got this Nicola guy, Brian Pillman, Hulk Hogan, Raquel Rodriguez, Sean Spears, Akira Tozawa, Wolfgang, Sheamus, Roxanne Perez, and a Red Wave. Oh, sick.
Oh, we got the Rock. That's a good one.
Nice.
Very
Red
nice.
Wave of the Rock.
A Red Wave the Rock. Pretty
That's
sweet
awesome.
there. Very cool.
And then we got a Pulsar of The Miz and a Prismatic Entrances of Liv Morgan.
Cool.
Awesome.
We have like 248 entries into this last
All
round,
right.
which
good.
is great.
Good. How many packs
great.
do we have to give away here, Parker? How many packs are
5.
remaining?
We have
5
5.
packs.
Okay,
All right. We only have 5 packs left, so we can take 5 winners
5 winners.
in our final giveaway. I feel like we should juice it up a little more.
I think we need to juice it up.
I think we need more than 5
need
winners.
something else.
We need more than 5 winners.
Yeah.
You know what we'll do? Let's take 10 winners, and 5 of them will get packs. The first 5 will get packs, and the next 5 will get $20 Cards HQ gift cards. How about that?
right.
We're going to give them $20
Okay.
Cards HQ
That's
gift
nice,
cards.
too.
There you go.
All right, sweet.
All right, so let's do the giveaway. We're going
right.
to do 10 winners. 1 through 5 are going to get packs.
Okay.
6 through 10 are going to get $20 Cards HQ
right.
gift cards emailed to them.
All right. I'm going to do it 5 times.
5 times this time. All
'Cause
right.
We're doing 5 and 5.
5 times.
Yep. 1. Whoa, let's go all the way bottom. 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There you go.
All right. So we got Ed W, Robert Williams, Casey Bright, the main John, and Gonzo 440 are all getting packs. T Dainty, Michael H. Price, Jason Tynes, George Andrew Simmons back in the mix, even in the long odds, and Frank Raphael.
You're going to get $20
$20
gift cards.
Nice.
Awesome. What we're going to do, we're not going to open
I'll
this
save
next
that.
set of packs. We'll keep the packs sealed because I want to get on to trivia here in just a minute. But I want to remind you, if your name is on this list, if you've won anything tonight, any of the giveaways tonight, any of the packs, or any of those right there, we need you to fill out the winner prize claim form. The way you get to the winner prize claim form is that you click in the top of the YouTube chat there, that page that is pinned. If you scroll down on that page, there is a winner prize claim form link towards the bottom of that page. You click that, you fill that out, and that's how we get the information to be able to get you your winnings tonight. So if you've won anything tonight, fill out that claim form. Okay, it is time for trivia, and I want to get you guys into tonight's trivia game. And even if you are not good at sports card trivia, please play along because one random person will still get a prize. First place in tonight's trivia gets $100. Second, a gift card at Cards HQ. Second place, $50. Third place, $25. And then one other random person who plays will also get $25. Teapot, we have themed Teapot trivia tonight. I'll tell you more about that in a second. But the way that you get into the trivia game is you click the link pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. And on that page, there's a link to jump to trivia. Go to trivia, use your real name or your market mover's name when registering for trivia so we know who you are so we can get you your prize if you do in fact place today. We'll give you a moment to get registered. Of course, this is just for Market Movers members. If you're not a Market Movers member, if you sign up, you can get in this next time. Probably a little too late to get into it today, but we'll get you into it next time if you're not a Market Movers member. We do this every single month. We do this every month here. And so we do these live streams every month and do all these giveaways for Market Movers members every month. But tonight's trivia, Teapot, tonight's trivia is sports card trivia with a Teapot theme. Actually, I should say it's trading card trivia because we got some TCG in there as well. We're celebrating your baby.
All right.
We're celebrating the potential arrival, well, soon, the definite arrival within the next few days of Teapot's baby. And so we have some baby-themed trivia for you tonight,
Okay.
Teapot.
All right. Okay.
Some baby-themed sports card trivia for you tonight. So we're going to give everybody about 30 more seconds to get registered. Once again, click the link on the top of the YouTube chat. And then from that page, you can jump over to trivia. We have 111 players in trivia right now. And in the YouTube chat, by the way, JNN says that if you lose Teapot-oriented baby trivia, then you should have to name the baby either Jeff or Jeff Rita. I kind of like that idea. I think that would be an appropriate homage. I think JNN is correct on that. I think that's an appropriate.
I'll tell you this. The initials will be the same.
The initials will be the same. So it's going to be a G name. We got a G name.
GR.
We got a GR name.
An homage to my hometown. No, that's not really why. But
Grand
I'm not sharing the
Rapids.
name, but yes, our baby's name is Grand Rapids.
All right, so, all right, we're gonna do. We got trivia up here. I think it's about time to start playing. I think it is about time to start playing trivia. We got it up on the screen here. I'm going to hit the go button. This is going to be 10 questions. It will automatically advance through the questions. You get points. Obviously, you got to answer correctly, but then you get more points for answering correctly quickly. So the quicker the better. It is baby-themed trivia. Good luck, everybody. We are starting the game now. Here's our winners tonight. Here's our winners. Who we got? Third place, Wisconsin Collectibles. Pretty good score there. Not bad. Second place, Pratham Coma. Very nice. Welcome to the leaderboard, Pratham. And oh, look at that. Teapot won. Teapot won.
With the bad Wi-Fi.
Teapot
With the questions
won.
not. If you don't believe the Wi-Fi wasn't good, look at this. Go on my screen, Charles, and show this.
Teapot won. What are we doing here?
What is this Wi-Fi? The Mahomes card didn't even load until it was down to 80.
We're just trying to throttle you a little bit, Teapot. We're trying to throttle
Why we
you
got
a
a
little bit.
we got a Charleston server?
Why are you complaining? You won. You came in first
won.
place.
I won.
You came in first place.
I did it.
You won, baby.
I
trivia.
want to give a shout out, by the way, to Jason Schieffer, who's at number 6, who was nice enough to send me some baby onesies too.
Oh, that's very
He
nice.
sent me
of him.
some Detroit sports baby onesies,
that's
which
very
was
nice.
awesome. So
Nice of him to do that. Yeah. So there you go. I know a lot of those. That was a rough night of trivia for a lot of people tonight. There was a little confusing things there. Most people picked that Jackson Holliday was the youngest player in Major League Baseball. I think
did.
I caused some of that because when I was out there in the aisle, I was talking about how young. I was like, Jackson
Yeah.
Holliday's one of the youngest.
Yeah.
I said one of the youngest because he's the second youngest player, where Jackson Churio was actually the youngest player. But I think people picked up on that and was like, oh, he's the youngest. Jeff just said he's no. I said he was one of the youngest. I picked my words closely.
I knew Churio was younger. I thought Holiday was younger.
Yeah. No,
interesting.
Holiday's second to Churio in terms of age, I believe. So, there was you got into the TCG questions. I was, people were a little. I'm sure that one was a little tough.
The
for people.
bottom of that Pikachu card literally says 1999
Yes.
on it, and that I hit it before I even saw that. So I was like, "Oh, I'm good there."
Yeah, but no, it's the 2010 Pikachu World competition card. So there you go.
All right.
It's that's how to go digging in Market Movers. By the way, all that stuff comes from Market Movers. I dig around Market Movers. I type the word baby.
Some people say Luca is a baby.
I type the word baby into Market Movers, and that's the first thing that comes up is the little baby card. The second thing that comes up is that Pokemon card. I'm like, oh, these are great. These are going to make great trivia questions. I'm going to grab all of these cards from Market Movers and use these for trivia questions tonight. So anyway, let's congratulate our winners. So our Teapot, being in first place, is ineligible to win the prizes. Sad for him. So that makes Pratham our first place winner tonight, and Pratham is going to take home a $100 Cards HQ gift card. Congratulations. Second place will be Wisconsin Collectibles with a $50 Cards HQ gift card. And third place will be Dylan Frankel with a $25 Cards HQ gift card. And then finally, Parker, I'm going to have you pick a random number.
Timothy Meyer thought he won.
Pick a random number between 5 and 100.
24.
24. Let's go back to the computer screen. 24 is Sleeve It Sports Card.
You take the card and you put it in the sleeve.
Congratulations, Sleeve It Sports Cards. You have also won $25 from Cards HQ. If you won any of these prizes tonight, please go fill out that winner form so we can get you your prize at the end of tonight's show and email it or ship it out. Give us a few days on that and we'll get those prizes going and off to you. I think that is it for us tonight, Teapot. Do you have anything more to bestow upon the members here in your final moments?
Thank you for the baby-themed trivia.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I got Grogu. I missed Pikachu, but I'm happy to take home another title. I think that's 3 in the last 5 months.
That's nice, because you were in a cold streak for a
Yeah.
while. You had gone for several months without winning, but now you've really rebounded.
Yeah, Big C's been talking a lot of smack the last few months,
Yeah.
and the pressure and the Wi-Fi almost got to me, but I got it done. So
Big
I'm
C
happy.
down there in the 11 spot today.
Yep.
Probably got hurt a little bit with some of those TCG questions,
Yep.
if I had to guess. I don't know. But anyway, this has been a fun show. Everybody, want to thank all of you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. And thank you for being Market Mover subscribers. We really appreciate that. It helps us do shows like this and do these giveaways and continue to build on the product. Shout out to Parker over there on the pack opening desk tonight. We appreciate your help, Parker. And shout out to you, Teapot. Best of luck with child number 3.
Thank you.
Enjoy some nice paternity
3?
leave. Child number 5. Child number 5. Hey, it was a trivia question. I should have known. I should have known. Child number 5. And best of luck there. Enjoy a little paternity leave. And thank you. We will see all of you next month for Market Movers Live. Until then, take care, everybody. Good night.